Anthony, thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Must be great to be back, mustn't it?
It is, yeah. As we've said over numerous Zoom calls, it's been a very frustrating time, but we've had about 3-4 weeks good practice now. So everyone's, really excited about the season started, even though it's going to be such a short one. Everyone can't wait now to get the season underway.
Right, and 5 fixtures in this Bob Willis Trophy, 3 at home, which is a bonus, really, isn't it? I'll just go through Kent on the 1st of August, Surrey on the 8th of August, then 2 away fixtures, Sussex at Hove on the 15th of August, Hampshire at Arundel 22nd of August, and then round off the season of league games with the game against Middlesex on the 6th of September. Your reflections on those? They're all competitive games, aren't they?
Yeah, well, we've known for a while that they'd be regionalised, so we knew it was going to be in our group. We've not played Sussex, I don't think, since 2016 in the Championship, if I'm right. But the rest, obviously Middlesex went down to Division 2 a year or so ago, but the others have, Surrey in particular, Kent and Hampshire, we've played a lot over the last couple of years, so teams we're familiar with. Nice to go back to Hove because we've not been there for a championship game, and I think every time you get a chance to play Arundel with a picturesque setting, it's nice. And as you mentioned, we've got 3 home games, so we can't complain about the fixtures. I think it's for the Bob Willis Trophy, it's going to be completely different. Of course, you're going to have to win games with how the point systems are to get to the top of your division, and then hope you can better the other 2 groups. So every team will be probably the same scenario, try and win games early and get on the front foot. Yeah,
well, just to add a bit of pressure to you and the boys, having won all 7 of our home fixtures in 2019, you got 3 more to hopefully add to that sequence this time around.
Yeah, it's been good to us as Chelmsford, as you mentioned last year, to win 7. You don't often see that at any ground, but it was a remarkable effort. So we're hoping to continue that form, of course. We know to play 4-day cricket at Chelmsford. But it just boils down really to how the players are. And it's going to be tough. They've had, 3-month break. Ideally, we'd like more prep time, but I think every team's going to be in the same position. We're happy to start the first 2 games at Chelmsford, and hopefully we can use the cliche and hit the ground running, really.
Yeah, just one surreal aspect. I mean, nobody in the grounds at all to either cheer or boo or do whatever cricket fans love doing. But that will seem unreal, wouldn't it? I mean, most batsmen come out of the bat and there's normally a good luck, in their way, etc. Good luck to the bowlers. Just been total quiet silence apart from what's going on the field, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we've all been watching various sports with no crowds, and it seemed very, very strange on the telly. So with us practicing at Chelmsford for the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've kind of been saying to the players, this is what it's going to be like on a match day, so quiet in the ground, no one around. So it will take a bit to get used to. I think, we've very much sympathy for our members and fans because we want them to be in the ground, but hopefully they can catch up on various streaming and radio and so on and support us that way. But of course, we're going to miss the fans, and we want them to come back into the ground as soon as possible.
Yeah, and one player I'm sure who's champing at the bit, ready to get out there and lead his side, is Tom Westley. It's a delayed start for him. Have you had much in the way of conversations with him about strategy and et cetera, Max?
Yeah, we've done a little bit. I mean, obviously the fixtures have only just come out, so we haven't got the T20 fixtures as yet. So we're going to have to rotate the team. We know that anyway, because the bowlers we've got, we're down on a few players, overseas players as well. So the squad's going to be fully utilised. I think last year, it showed what a good depth of squad we had in both T20 and Championship. So we're going to have to obviously be flexible and play it by ear. We're expecting, a few niggles here and there with a short truncated season. So yeah, myself and Tom have been in regular contact before we started training anyway, and just try to plot our way through and utilise, as I said, the squad as much as we can.
And those members of the squad that perhaps didn't play so many games last season, they'll see an ideal opportunity to stake their claim for regular inclusion. There's their place up for grabs caused by Ravi's departure to Sussex. So plenty of keen competition there for somebody to nail down, hopefully, that regular spot in the side.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, we've no Peter Siddle as well in the Championship, no overseas. So there's bowling and batting spots up for grabs. As you mentioned, the younger guys are very hungry to get in the team. They want to, join in what success we've had, and hopefully we can keep that going. So, I must say training's been very competitive. Lads are really looking forward to playing, as you can imagine, with not having any cricket, and they realise there's going to be 2 or 3 places up for grabs, not just in the Championship, but in 2020 as well. So I think that's very healthy in terms of a squad.
And that squad, you're taking them down to Canterbury for a 2-day friendly on Monday and Tuesday against Kent. Old adversaries of ours, so we're always anxious to put one over on them. But you're just, as much as anything, it's a good workout for the boys in a competitive environment, isn't it, Anthony?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think, weather permitting, we'll probably bat one of the days and then Kent will bat. So it'll be a good opportunity for the batsmen to hopefully get some time in the middle. And then when we bowl, I think we're going to take a 14 or 15 down. So we'll rotate the guys through the day. We'll give them as much match practice as we can. And then hopefully from there, it gives us an idea on course at Chelmsford.
Yeah, indeed. Well, that day can't come soon enough, really, can it? And, we've at least, it might only be 2 months of the season, but at one stage that seems so unlikely. So we must be grateful for small mercies, and Essex being on the field, as ever, they'll be out to win every game.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, even though it's not the Championship as we know it, any game we play in, we want to win. And, the Bob Willis Trophy, the T20, we'll be going all out to win, as we do every season, every match. So, as I mentioned earlier, you can imagine how frustrated the guys have been with not playing. So, they're determined to do well, both individually and as a team. So I think, it should be an exciting 2 months. Hopefully the weather's kind to us. I know it's been good in lockdown, but hopefully the sun continues to shine and we get, every fixture played to the fullest.